Got motor yacht? I can't even begin to count the yacht buyers who've spent 7 figures on a motor yacht that looks super sexy at the boat show, only to discover after purchase that they bought the wrong boat. Inadequate fuel range, restricted access to the engine room, electrical systems that can't handle their actual needs. I'm Amanda Haley with Current Yachts, and in this video, I'll break down the 7 essential features that define a quality motor yacht. So hang tight, because these next 8 minutes may save you the most expensive mistake of your life. Feature 1, fuel capacity and range. Let's get the obvious out of the way. If you can't reach your intended cruising grounds without stopping for fuel, your boat limits your freedom. Fuel capacity is absolutely critical for a motor yacht, yet it's often overlooked in favor of sexy features like hydraulic swim platforms. Here's what you'll need: sufficient fuel capacity to reach your destinations, plus a 30% safety margin. That safety margin is not optional. It accounts for weather diversions, headwinds, sea conditions, and the reality that your actual fuel burn rarely matches the spec sheet. For a 50 to 60 foot motor yacht, you should be looking for 800 to 1,500 gallons of fuel capacity minimum. Smaller boats proportionally less, larger boats considerably more. But here's what many buyers miss. Calculate your range at both cruising speed and displacement speed. Your 40 knot sprint speed is fun, but what's your range at 8 knots when you need to conserve fuel or punch through weather? For serious cruising, you want at least 300 to 500 nautical miles of range. Coastal cruising, you might get away with less. Offshore passages or Bahama runs, you'll do the math. Bottom line, don't fall in love with a boat until you've determined its fuel capacity matches your cruising plans. Feature 2, engine room access and layout. The engine room is the heart of your motor yacht. And here's the truth, if you can't access it comfortably, you won't maintain it properly. I've seen stunning motor yachts with engine rooms so cramped that even basic maintenance requires hiring specialized mechanics who can contort themselves into impossible positions. We call it boat yoga. Here's what to look for: full standing headroom, ideally 6 feet or more. You or your mechanic will spend hours down here during maintenance and troubleshooting. Crouching in a hot engine room is no fun. Wide walkways around the engines for maintenance. You need to access all sides of both engines comfortably. Look for at least 18 to 24 inches of clearance. Easy access to through hulls, sea strainers, and pumps. These are the systems you'll check and service regularly. If you need to remove a component to reach them, that's a design failure. Good ventilation and lighting. Engine rooms get hot. Proper ventilation keeps temperatures manageable and prevents moisture buildup. And adequate lighting means you can actually see what you're working on. Sound dampening materials. Quality motor yachts have serious sound insulation. This isn't just comfort, it's value. Loud engine rooms indicate poor build quality. Here's a pro tip: look into engine and systems access during your sea trial. Speaking of inspections, if you're shopping for a motor yacht, download our free yacht buying budget spreadsheet. It includes line items for all the systems and maintenance costs specific to motor yachts. You'll find the link in the description below. Feature 3, accommodation layout. Here's where buyers often make emotional decisions instead of practical ones. The boat show salesperson shows you a stunning master stateroom, and you forget to ask, how will I actually use this boat? It's crucial you consider your real needs. A master stateroom with proper headroom and ventilation. If you're over 6 feet tall, you need real ceiling height, and ventilation isn't optional. Stale human staterooms are miserable. Guest accommodations that match your actual entertaining needs. Do you regularly have 2 couples aboard? You may need 2 proper guest staterooms. Do you just occasionally bring family? 1 guest cabin might suffice. Sufficient heads, meaning marine toilets. For boats 40 feet and up, you want at least 2 heads minimum. For 50 feet and up, 3 or more. Nobody wants to wait in line on their own yacht. And here's something many buyers forget: day head location. If you're entertaining guests at the dock or on the hook, you need a head that's accessible without guests walking through your private quarters. Crew quarters. If you plan to hire help, if you're considering a captain or seasonal crew for longer passages, proper crew accommodations with separate access becomes essential. Storage for extended cruising. Where are you putting your provisions for a week at anchor? Clothes for multiple climates, spare parts. Walk through and ask yourself these questions specifically. By the way, if you're considering living aboard, you'll want to watch this video too. Feature 4. Electrical systems and generator capacity. Motor yachts are systems-heavy boats. Your electrical demands are substantial, and inadequate systems will limit your comfort and capability. Here's what you need to understand. Generator capacity sized for air conditioning plus all other loads. This is critical. Your generator needs to handle AC, water heaters, battery chargers, refrigeration, and all electronics simultaneously. Many boats are undersized here. For boats 40 to 50 feet, look for a minimum 9 to 11 kilowatt generator. For 50 to 65 feet, 13 to 17 kilowatts. Larger boats need 20 plus kilowatts and often 2 generators for redundancy. Shore power connections appropriate to your boat size. 30 amp service is standard for smaller boats, but 50 amp or even 100 amp service becomes necessary for larger motor yachts with high electrical demands. Inverter capacity for off-grid comfort. When you're at anchor without running the generator, your inverter converts DC battery power to AC power. Undersized inverters means you can't run basic appliances without firing up the generator. Battery banks sized for your needs. Modern motor yachts need substantial house battery banks, often 600 to 1,000 plus amp hours for comfortable off-grid capability. A water maker if you plan on doing some extended cruising. Making your own fresh water provides independence and range. For serious cruisers, this isn't optional, it's essential. For recommendations on marine electricians and systems specialists, check out our marine directory, link in the description below. These professionals can help you evaluate electrical systems during your purchase process. Feature 5. Stability and seaworthiness. Beautiful boats that pound your fillings loose in a 3-foot chop aren't actually beautiful. They're uncomfortable and potentially dangerous. Seaworthiness isn't just about size, it's about design, build, and stability systems. Look for a deep V hull with 18 plus degrees of dead rise for offshore comfort. Flatter hulls may be more fuel efficient in calm conditions, but they'll beat you up in any chop. Deep V hulls slice through the waves instead of pounding over them. Proper weight distribution and ballast. Well-designed motor yachts have fuel and water tanks positioned to maintain optimal trim as you consume them. Poor weight distribution creates handling problems and instability. Number 3, quality stabilization systems. For boats 60 feet and larger, gyro stabilizers or active fin stabilization dramatically improves comfort at anchor and underway. These systems can reduce roll by 70 to 90%, making offshore passages bearable and anchorages pleasant. Adequate freeboard and deck height. You want sufficient height above the waterline to keep the deck dry in moderate seas. Boats with low freeboard take water over the bow constantly in any chop. Pro tip, always sea trial in real conditions, not just glassy calm days. You need to experience how the boat handles in 2 to 3 foot seas with some wind. Seaworthiness matters. If the boat isn't comfortable in the conditions you'll actually encounter, you won't use it. Before we continue, thanks for watching this far. If this video is helping you understand what to look for in a motor yacht, please hit that like button and share with anyone shopping for boats. Feature 6. Bridge Flybridge design. So now let's talk about your helm station. This is where you'll spend hours running the boat. This isn't just about comfortable seating. It's about functionality, visibility, and safety. Here's what makes a great bridge or flybridge. Clear 360-degree visibility. You need unobstructed views forward to see the sides and aft. Blind spots create docking hazards and safety concerns. Weather protection options. Running long distances in blazing sun, wind, or rain gets exhausting. Quality flybridge design offers hardtops, enclosures, or full climate control. Adequate electronic space for your navigation needs. Modern motor yachts need substantial screen real estate. Chart plotters, radar, engine monitoring, AIS, autopilot, cameras, etc. Make sure the helm can accommodate your electronics without cluttering the workspace. Comfortable seating for long runs. You'll spend 4, 6, even 8 plus hours at the helm on longer passages. Proper helm seats with lumbar support aren't luxury, they're necessity. Number 5. Easily access the main deck. You shouldn't need to navigate steep, narrow ladders to reach your helm, especially with arms full of provisions or in rough conditions. Feature 7. Build quality and brand reputation. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Not all motor yacht manufacturers are created equal. Brand reputation matters because it reflects decades of build quality, reliability, and resale value. Let's be direct about the tiers. Number 1. Premium tier brands known for exceptional build quality. Hatteras, Viking, Princess, Azimuth, Sunseeker, Grand Banks, Fleming. These manufacturers have proven track records of quality construction, strong dealer networks, and excellent resale value. You'll pay more upfront, but you're buying reliability and reputation. Number 2. Solid mid-range options offering good value. Sea Ray, Carver, Meridian, Mainship, Tierra. These brands build quality boats at more accessible price points. They may not have all the premium features, but they're well constructed and supported. Number 3. What to look for in build quality. Solid fiberglass construction or proper cord composite. Quality hull construction uses appropriate materials properly installed. Look for thick laminates, strong tabbing, and clean fiberglass work. Interior joinery and finish quality. Open cabinets and inspect the work. Quality boats have clean, tight joinery with proper edge banding and finishing. Sloppy interior work indicates sloppy overall construction. System installation quality. Look how electrical, plumbing, and mechanical systems are installed. Quality boats have organized, well-secured, properly labeled systems with service loops and proper access. Motor yachts represent significant investments, both in purchase price and ongoing operation. The features we've covered separate great boats from expensive disappointments. Fuel capacity determines your range and freedom. Engine room access determines your maintenance costs and reliability. Accommodations, systems, stability, helm design, and build quality all contribute to whether you'll actually use and enjoy your boat. Do your research. Prioritize function over flash. Buy the boat that matches your actual cruising plans, not some fantasy plans, and work with professionals who understand motor yachts specifically. If you have any questions about motor yacht features or the buying process, drop them in the comments below and subscribe for more practical yacht buying guidance. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the water. Fair winds!